Hey everybody, if you're back, this is our day 2 training. So this is called From Post-it Notes to Plan. And I'm going to break down how I take those Post-it notes that we did on Sunday night and turn them into our plan and really see what our next steps are. We're going to use Trello. So I'm going to walk you through some Trello training today. I know that several of you were using Trello for your actual Post-it notes. And so I'm gonna make it really look good for you today. You're gonna see how I use Trello. I use it with my team. You can use it if you're solo. We're gonna pop pictures into Trello and make it visually appealing for you. And I'm gonna give you some information on what you need to put in those Trello cards today. So let me just say hi to everybody. I also want to announce the winner of our giveaway from Sunday night. So if you remember on Sunday night, I said anyone that posts their picture on my thread of their Post-it note challenge, I mean, it doesn't have to be cute. It was completely messy. Someone's going to win a 30-minute one-on-one. And so I have drawn the winner today. And so I'm going to announce that here in just a minute. So let me come over and say hi to everybody while we're getting everybody jumped on. I did send a text about 10 minutes ago. So hopefully everyone has got that. Somebody says, I'm finally catching the live. Good morning, Michelle. Hi, April, Debbie, Renee. Good morning. Hi, Misty. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Maria. Hey, Kara. Hey, Dion. Good morning, Karen. All right. So I would love just to say good morning to everyone, but it's going to take me too long. So I'm just going to say good morning. I'm glad that you're here. Now, just before we get going, is anyone feeling stuck from the Post-it note challenge? So is anybody saying, man, I went through the Post-it note challenge and I didn't have the aha moment. I didn't figure out what I wanted to do. If you're sitting here and you feel that way, I want you to create a post in the group today. And you just make it short and sweet, because here's the thing. People don't want to read a novel about what you're feeling. Make it short and sweet so we can consume it. This is one way that I'm teaching you about your boxes. You got to consume the box. This is what it is. This is where I'm struggling. This is where I need some help. And so post that in the group, because there are a lot of you helping each other. I've been in the group all morning answering questions. I'll be back some this afternoon answering questions. And here's one thing I want to address, because I got a little nastygram yesterday. And maybe 6 months ago it would have really bothered me, but it doesn't bother me today. But I want to share it with you because I want you to understand where I'm at. If you need help with something, just email us. Email Amber. She'll take care of you. She's been working from sunup to sundown to take care of you. There's no reason to get rude with her. She's handling it. But I got a little nastygram yesterday about why am I not answering every question on the lives? Number one, that's impossible. Do you understand that there are over 2,000 of you and there is one of me, and I physically cannot answer every single question? And honestly, the questions are coming so fast. I can't even see all the questions. And number two, if you are taking the $10 training thinking that I am going to teach you every single thing I know about subscription boxes from A to Z, you are mistaken. It's just not possible. It is $10 coaching week is a way for you to get to know me, for me to help you visualize what's possible for your business, to get you inspired, to get you going, and to get you started is really what this week is about. Then you can see if you're a right fit for me. If you want to move on to my membership and get ongoing support, I would love to have you there. I don't want everybody over in my membership. So I just want to get that clear. I want the people that are excited, that are ready to implement, that it's go time. Like, let's do this. I want people that are ready to move forward in the subscription box business. And that's not everybody here. And it's okay. So you get a feel for if this will work for you or your business, and you can move forward with me at the end of the week, or you can take what you've learned this week and move forward on your own. But I'm not here to teach you how to start, launch, and grow a subscription box from A to Z this week. It's just physically impossible. And I am saddened by the person that thought it was okay to let me know that in a very negative way. But I am here. I am pouring so many hours of my day into this group. And I know there are a lot of you that recognize that, and I appreciate that. But literally, I spent 9 hours on coaching week yesterday between the lives, between prepping for today's class, answering questions. My after hours went for 2.5 hours with the group last night. So I am pouring every ounce of me into this week so that you can walk away feeling good about what you want to do. And unfortunately, I'm sorry that it caused negative reactions for someone. So I just want to get that off my chest today. If you don't see the value in $10, then this probably isn't right for you. So what we're going to do today, we're going to take our Post-it notes and we're going to put it into a plan. And I am so excited about this, and I want you to be excited about it too. My awesome VA created a little handout for you, and I sent it in the email this morning. So if you got the email, you don't need it for what we're doing right now. If you have it and you want to print it out, go ahead and do that. You can print it later. I also put this into the guide section. So this is in guide number 2, and that's where this video is going to go when we get done. So if you can't watch all of this video, just know it's going to go in guide number 2. Thank you guys. I see your comments and I appreciate you. And I know that the people that understand the value I'm giving for $10, like you're my people, like you're the people that are going to take this $10 week and you're really going to move forward in your businesses. And I appreciate you, and we're just rolling with it because it is what it is. I know what I'm providing, and I know that I'm going to help a lot of you get unstuck and move forward. And if you're stuck right now, just pop stuff into the group. There's so many people helping each other, and I love it, and I appreciate you. So anyway, this is the handout. You don't need it right now. If you've got it, great. You can grab it later. It's just a really quick, brief thing that I'm going to go over here in just a minute. We're going to walk through Trello board training step by step. Like if you are watching me on your computer, you can like move me to the edge if you want to, or if you want to grab like a tablet or a phone and do it with me, you can totally do it as well. So we're going to do that here in just a second. I got to announce my winner of the Post-it Note Challenge. And this was it didn't have to be like you had the most amazing, gorgeous Post-it Note Challenge board when you got done with the night. But it was just anyone that completed it and posted it. It's an accountability thing. If nobody's checking over our shoulders, we tend not to do things, but I'm checking. So it's Cicely McNair. And Cicely, are you on my live today? If you are, I want you to pop in the comments that you're here. But you win a 30-minute one-on-one coaching call with me. You completed your Post-it Note Challenge. You won the giveaway. And I'm going to have Amber get with you. She's got your email. So you win the one-on-one. We're going to do another giveaway today for what we're learning today. So every one of you will have another opportunity to be in the giveaway with what we're learning today. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to teach you something. I want you to go do it. And then I want you to post a picture of it. And then I'm going to give another 30-minute one-on-one on Friday. So you have today and tomorrow, Thursday. I'll give it to you Thursday. So you have today and tomorrow to complete it. Okay. Cicely McNair, you are the winner. And we'll get with you. If you're not watching live, we'll get with you. Okay. It's definitely a 2 coffee day because I was on pretty late last night with the after hours crew. We talked for 2.5 hours. And so I needed a lot of coffee this morning. There she is. Cicely is here. See, these comments go so fast. I try to click on it. Congratulations. We get to talk one-on-one on a Zoom call. So we'll be scheduling that after coaching week because it's crazy. It's crazy this week. Okay. So here was the first part of your homework. I wanted you to take your Post-it note challenge and create a Pinterest board. And those of you that are familiar with Pinterest, this was probably very easy for you. And some of you that have never been on Pinterest maybe struggled a little bit. But I'm going to just show you very quickly what that looked like. And what I did, I picked one of my months to kind of show you. So if you didn't do the Pinterest, it's okay. I'm going to show you why we're doing the Pinterest, what I selected, and then what we're going to do with those Pinterest pins. So if you didn't do this part of the homework, you can totally do it today. So let me share my screen real quick. And just, I think I've already told you, but me and technology, it's touch and go. So let me make sure I share all the right things here. Okay, I think I've got it. I've got your comments on the side. So if I lose you, let me know. Okay, so here's what I did. So I took my Post-it notes from my June box. Hang on just a second. This is, I cannot see your comments now. Let me pull them up on my phone real quick so that we can, I can still see your comments because it's covered. Let's see. Hang on, let me find you. Let me find me actually in the live. There I am. Okay, now I've got the comments pulled up so I can watch these as we go through. So what I asked you to do was to take each month and create a Pinterest board for each month. So this is my June board that I created from my Post-it note challenge. So here is, here I wanted to do a patriotic beach theme box for my June box. So when I went over to Pinterest, and this is a secret board, so nobody can see this. So if people are following me on Pinterest, they're not going to get like these ideas that they're not going to get these ideas. Am I frozen? No. Okay. Okay. So here's the ideas. I had lots of them. I told you to grab like 20 pins or so. I think I have 17. So these are all the ideas that I kind of was getting my brain working on this. And so what I'm going to do with this, we're going to pop it into Trello. So all you need to do to make a board, when you go to pin something, you can create a board right from that option to create that pin. So here's what we're going to do. So you can go over to Trello.com. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that you can see I don't know if you can see my Trello board right now. Let me go back here. Show screen, Trello board. Okay, so this is a Trello board. So what I'm doing is I'm taking those months and I make a Pinterest board for every single month. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a Trello board. And if you've not used Trello before, you're just gonna go to Trello.com. I do have a referral link, but I use the free version. So you using my referral link doesn't do anything for me. It is at the bottom of that handout if you want to use it. But you can use a Trello board, and I use the free version. So this doesn't cost you anything. You can have up to 10 boards for free. And if you're looking at Trello for the first time, you're probably like, I don't even know what this is. I'm going to show you my real life Trello board. And it's one of those things like when you share your screen, you don't really know what's there. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. And then we're going to create one ourselves. Okay. So let me show you my real life board. You can see right here, I have several boards. I have a board for my teacher subscription. I have a board for this coaching week. I have a board for Frame. That's where my subscription box is. And then I have a board for Launch Your Box. And these are all where we communicate as a team and where things get housed. So this is my Trello board for my subscription box. Let me take you over here. And if you're a subscriber, don't look. Okay. I don't want to give anything away right here. So I want to just show you what this looks like when you start to lay this out. And I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to set up a board for every single month, just like we did with Post-its, except we're going to go in here and we're going to create it on the computer. So what we've got here are different lists for each month, and it's very visual. So I am a very visual person, and I want to see things laid out. And here's also what I like to see. I like to see the past year when I'm creating my new, when I'm going through that Post-it note challenge for the next 6 months, I got to look back and see what we had and when's the last time that we had that, or whatever the case may be. So I use a Trello board, and then I can look at the last 4 years of my subscription boxes, and I know what every single month looks like. And so it's a way for you to organize your thoughts instead of having Post-it notes everywhere. But that was our first step. I didn't want to give you brainstorming and technology in one training, so I break it up in two. But then you're going to create these boards, and they're going to start, they're not going to look this pretty when we get started because you don't have your products yet. But that's why we went to Pinterest. And that's why we got our visuals from Pinterest. And I'm going to show you how we're going to use those on our Trello board. So let's create our board. And I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to show you some different things in there. So Janice, that board was for my subscription box. That was my framed monogram box board. So we're gonna, this is the training here, and you can make it any color you want. So you can have things different color. You select a color at the top. You can invite people right here. So this would be people that are on your team. If you have a VA, if you have an assistant, if you have somebody that works for you, you invite them to your Trello board, and then they can see all the things too. So my team can see everything that we're doing, and we can do that together. I can post something, I can tag them. I'm going to show you all of that. What we're going to do is we're going to create our list first. And I'm going to show you how everything you need in a list, and then we're going to duplicate it. So here's what we're going to do. So you're going to create a board, and we're going to add a list. So right here, we're going to enter the list title. So this is going to be my June monogram box. Whatever your box is called, put your month in there, and then name it your June box. And if you don't know your name yet, you can just call it June box for now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a card. See where it says add a card? So we're going to create some cards here. And before we fill them in, we're going to create our own template, and we're going to copy it. So we're not going to fill it all in yet. So here's what we're going to do. So we're going to create, these are going to be our product. These are our product cards. So product number 1, adding the card. Product number 2, we're adding the card. So however many products you are going to put in your box, mine are typically 3 to 5. So we're going to put these here. 4. Oops. Go back. Product number 4. Got this wonky color on here that I don't want. I don't know how I selected that, but I don't want it. Okay, take it off. There we go. You can color these. So you could color these different colors if you want to. There's really no need for it there. Then we're going to create a card that says box checklist. I just saw somebody says, what if you have a 1 item in your box? Just put your 1 item. I also have a board for my 1 thing of the month, and I'll show you what that looks like too when we get done. So this is a card for our box checklist. And then I have some optional cards, but you don't have to put these on here. It just depends where you're at in your business. So I put a card in here for social media posts, and everyone can do that because you hopefully are posting on social media. So add a card for social media posts. I'm going to do blog posts. So if you're a blogger, add one for blog post. And then I like to put my Pinterest pins in here too. Pinterest pins. So if you're on Pinterest, if you have a blog, add those. If you don't have those, totally fine. Just leave them off. You can add them when you add that layer into your business. And I don't want you to get tripped up about not having a blog or Pinterest. I didn't for at least 18 months into my subscription. It's something you layer on. You can't do all the things up front. So you need to start with one thing, master it, and then you work on the next. If you're not doing social media consistently right now, we don't want to talk about a blog or Pinterest yet. We got to master social media first. And then when we're super comfortable and we were really consistent with it, then we can start a blog, then we can start Pinterest. Then you can hire someone to do those things for you. Okay. All right. So now we have these. Let me look at my notes here. We're going to, if there's anything else you want to put on here, this is totally optional. We're going to go in and create the checklist. And I don't know that I wrote, okay, so let's go into the box checklist, okay? Inside that card, you're going to click on the checklist section on the right. And this is where you're going to create your checklist. So my box checklist is all the things that are not the products. So these are going to be the actual boxes. This can be inserts. So we're going to talk a lot about inserts on Thursday. This could be filler. So whether I use like tissue paper or shreds, we could do like labels and stickers, whatever you put on the outside of your boxes if you want to. So anything that you use that's like packaging. Hang on just a second. I've got to rename this. Okay. And boxes. I put that in the wrong place. Boxes. Anything that you use as far as your packaging, you want to create a checklist, because then when it's done, you can just check your box and it's going to show that that's done. So don't check any of the boxes yet because we're going to copy this. So that is our box checklist. Anything else that you use, you want to put that in your checklist. Okay, so what you can see now is that you've completed 0 of 4 items inside your box checklist. The next thing that we're going to do, we're creating our template here, okay? So we're just creating our basic template and then we're going to copy it. Into product number 1, there's very specific things that I want to know for every product. And this is going to help you organize it, because here's what happens. When we're talking about 6 months worth of boxes, you've got to start planning multiple boxes at a time. And if you have multiple pieces in each one of those boxes, this is a way for you to stay organized. So in this description, we're going to type a couple things, and they're going to be quantity. We got to know how many we're getting. I like to put what vendor it's coming from. So where am I getting it? I want to know the price I've negotiated or what I'm paying for it. The size, and this is like the outside size, because I got to know that it fits in my box. And then expected delivery date. Okay, so these are the things that you're gonna pop into the description. And what I want you to do before we save them, just copy them and we're gonna paste them. So I'm just gonna take these and do the same thing in description number 2. Someone's asking about the weight. The weight on here, I don't really put that in the description. I don't really know what it's going to weigh until I have it all together inside the box. Tamara, the delivery date is when I'm going to get it. Okay, so here's what we have. So we have all of those. You can see them right here. They're listed. All of those have the items. And then we have the box checklist. Now, we don't have to recreate this for every single month. We're going to copy the list right here. So I just clicked on these three little dots, copy the list. And now this is going to be my July monogram box. It's going to populate all of that for me. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy this list and I'm going to call this my August monogram box. And it's going to create that whole list. So this is your template. And then just make sure you don't fill it in before you copy it. So that's why I like to put those lists in several at a time so that I don't fill it all in. And I don't fill it all in, and that way I can't copy it because then it's going to pull all of my stuff over. So you could go ahead and you could create this for the rest of the year inside your Trello board. Okay. Gazelle, that checklist, it's on this little worksheet here, but the checklist is going to be like boxes, inserts, fillers, stickers, anything that is part of your packaging will go there. Okay, so now we've built our lists, but they're not as pretty as mine, right? So they're just lists. So this is where Pinterest comes in handy, because before I get these products and before I can take my own pictures, I want to put all of my ideas that are in my head into this Trello board so that I can sleep at night. Have you guys been up at night thinking about this since the Post-it note challenge? I just think about it constantly, and I'm worried I'm going to forget my ideas. So I want to put some ideas in here. So let's go back in here. Now, product number 1, I know is going to be a beach towel. So then I can change this. This is from my Post-it note challenge. I'm going to change this to a beach towel instead of product number 1. And I'm going to go back to my Pinterest board, and I'm going to look at, I saved a lot of beach towels. So there's a couple different designs here. I'm just going to grab one. Let me show you. I'm going to screenshot it. And then I'm going to pop it into my Trello board. So I can see when I go to Pinterest, you can't see it there. It's okay. It's because I've got my shared screen off a little bit. Let me pop this in and I'll show you what I was doing again. Hang on. So I'm just going to take my screenshot that I just grabbed from my Pinterest. I just took a screenshot from Pinterest and I'm popping it in here. So now when I start to look at this, I've got this, I can see it visually, okay? Let me go back here and share my desktop, just a second, so that you can see what I'm doing in Pinterest. I should have done that from the beginning. Share, hang on just a second. Oh gosh, I get so nervous, like I get sweaty when we start sharing screens. Okay, I think it's this one, my entire screen. There we go. Okay, so now let's go back to Pinterest. So my next item I wanted to have is a tumbler. So I had selected a couple different tumblers on here. I'm just going to grab one and put that into my Trello board. So these little red and white striped ones look fun. I'm just going to screenshot this little picture from Pinterest. And this, I'm not copying Pinterest, and I'm not teaching you to copy Pinterest. I want you to use it as inspiration. So I'm going to go back to my Trello board, and then product number 2 is going to be a tumbler. And then I'm going to go over here to the attachment and grab it off of my computer. And now my board is starting to shape up here. Okay. And then product number 3 is going to be beach towel clips. Let me go back to Pinterest, and I found these cute beach towel clips. I would probably want them in red or blue, but I like the shape. So this is going to be my goal here. Something like this. I'm going to pop that into, go to the attachment, grab my screenshot, good to go. So on my computer, somebody just mentioned it, Shift Command 4, I'm on a Mac. That's how you do a screenshot on there. So I've popped in my beach towel clips here. So now you can see that this is starting to shape up. Now, you don't have to use Pinterest. I know that my t-shirt I'm going to get from a certain vendor. So I can go in here, T-shirt club. I know that I'm going to get it from a certain vendor, so I can pull that vendor up. I know that I'm going to use this. I can do the same thing here with one of my vendors. I saw somebody said they can do this on Faire. You can totally do it on Faire because those are the vendors you're probably going to buy from anyway. So you can put your ideas here, and then I'm going to pop my shirt in onto my Trello board too. And so I have an idea of what I'm doing right there. So when you do a screenshot, Brenda, it's saving it into my recents folder. And so I'm just going in there and grabbing it, and I'm on a Mac. So, all right. So this is what your boards can look like. And so what I want you to do is go through each month from the Post-it Note Challenge, either grab some screenshots from your vendors, get on Pinterest and grab some things so you can start to see this visually as you start to plan it out. Now let's go back to my board and let's look inside my cards a little bit, okay? So let's go back to, okay, don't look. Okay, I'm just trying to, I know there are some of my box subscribers in here, so I'm trying not to ruin their surprises. And I see you guys helping each other with the screenshots. If you're not sure how to do the screenshot, all you have to do is Google it later. Let's talk a little bit about some of these boards because these are past ones. So this was my Kate Spade collaboration. I'm getting ready to do another collab with Kate Spade again. But this was my box for Kate Spade. And I'm going to show you what I did with each one of those pins. So let's just look at the first one. So before I had the product, I used a picture from their catalog. So I went in and snipped it and used the picture from their website, from their catalog. This is the cup that I bought for my box. Now, once I had the actual item and we personalized it, then I put my picture in there. So visually, I could see what I was getting by just using one of their stock photos. And then when I actually had the product myself, I popped my own picture in here so that I could see the boxes. Okay, so here's what we went through here. This is the stuff we popped into the description on the other board. So it was the Kate Spade Pink Ombre Tumbler. I needed 850 of them for this particular subscription. My vendor, my contact, how much it costs me, because those costs are very important. And again, we're talking about a lot of products at a time. So you need to make sure you jot all this down because you're negotiating. I've negotiated with them, and this is my cost. My expected delivery date was July 5th, and I marked it received once it got here. So I needed the vinyl for the cup. I ordered that from Annie Up Graphics, and I marked that it was ordered on the 19th. So that is everything in that card. It allows me to keep it. It allows me to keep it in one card. So then each item, these are my photos. I use the stock photos in the beginning, and then I use my photo once I have it. So here's my box checklist. We created a custom box for this because it was Kate Spade. So I have that listed in here. I just took a picture of those, like limited edition box ordered from Pack Lane, scheduled to be here on 7/24. We've marked it received. And we've checked off that we had everything in that little checklist. So that is inside that. Here's my social media posts. There's a couple in here. This is my actual box reveal. And then we have like the sneak peek. So these are a couple of social media posts that you can go back and look at. And then my blog post here. So my VA handles that for me. So this is my blog post. It's all in one area. So if I want to go back and look at here's my Pinterest pins, all of it stays in one list, and then it lives here forever. So when I'm thinking about the August box for 2021, I can go back and look at the whole year and see what I've had in all of these boxes. So we can look at like the sweatshirt. So I designed my graphic. So once I had my graphic done, I popped my graphic in here. You can't see it because it's a PNG, but the graphic is here, the sweatshirt in here. Here's the information. All of it's in here. And every piece of this box is in the Trello board. Here's some more social media posts. This is one that if you guys have the early bird bonus for joining Launch Your Box, you're getting these graphic templates. So this is just one of those posts that I did. I did a post with me wearing the sweatshirt. This is my sneak peek post. So all of those just kind of live in the Trello board so that everyone has access to them. Now I'm going to show you how you can communicate with other people, but let me show you something. Don't look. Let me find something we're working on that I can show you. Okay, bracelets. Okay, so here's one where we're working on finding some bracelets. So I grabbed this picture from Pinterest, said, hey, I want to do a stack of bracelets that's similar. So I work with my team on this. So Marissa on my team works on finding products for me. So here she's loading in different pictures. She's like, this is what I found. Do you like any of these? These are the costs. These are the vendors. So we're talking back and forth here down on the card. So right here, I can tag her. So I can, if I'm asking her a question, I can tag Marissa right here, and then I can ask her a question. She's going to get a notification that I have tagged her in a card, and she's going to go look and see what we're talking about. So all of the communication about different stuff is all in one card. Whether I need Amber to go make me some inserts, or if I need, Marissa to look for product, or if Allison's writing the blog, like those are my team members that are all inside this Trello board right here. And so it just organizes everything, and I don't have to lay awake at night thinking about all the things in my head. And then it's not this burden on me anymore that I have to be the owner of all this information, because I've grown and I've been able to add team members. But even if you are the solo person, you can put it all down so that you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, let's see. Something is frozen on, here we go. Something's frozen there. So that is my Trello board training. If you have some questions about it, definitely pop those into the group today. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do some Q&A. So if you have questions about Trello, if you have questions about the next steps, this is going to organize it. And now what you can do, now that you have it organized, we've got to start looking for wholesale vendors. We've got to start figuring out where we're going to buy our stuff from. We need to talk about packaging, and these are all the next step. So that's what we need to do, but we need to have a plan. We need to have a plan before we start talking with vendors, because if you buy something for the June box and then the August box, and then you're like, okay, what did I buy? Who did I buy it from? How many pieces do I need? All of that goes together. I do the same thing with Coaching Week. I plan out my posts. I plan out my ads. I plan out the content for Coaching Week, all in a Trello board, just like that, so it can help you. So if you've got questions, I'm going to start taking them. And let me just remind you, they come very fast. And I felt like yesterday, do you know that? I don't know what that name of the game is, but it's like no whammy, stop. Like I was just clicking them because they were going by so fast, and whatever came up on my screen, I was answering. So we'll try to do that a little bit here. So yes, you could do a board for every year, but they're just all in that row. So I can just scroll through that and look. I use the free version, so you get 10 boards. So you can use them however you want to. Caleb, the alternative that I know of to Trello is called Asana. I find Trello to be more user-friendly than Asana, but I know that a lot of people like Asana. It's ASANA. So that would be another alternative. Diana, you can put any information you want inside each card. So you can put all of that. I put those in the description of each card for each product. You can put whatever you want inside there. I always overorder because it's a lesson learned. Something's going to come damaged. Sometimes you have missing pieces. Sometimes, for me, we misspell monograms, so we have to redo stuff. I always order extra. It's not a ton. I would probably say it's about 15% is what I order extra. And then we have options if there's an issue, because these items I'm ordering 3 to 6 months in advance. And so they're not easily made again. A lot of this stuff is being manufactured for me. So it's like a one and done. So I always grab some extra just in case we have some issues. And I think that probably answered Janice's question. But I like to work out 6 months. Now, lately I've had to work out 8 and 9 months because COVID and products and all the things have happened over the last year, and it's taking longer. It used to take me about 120 days from manufacturing something to having it at my door, and now it's taking longer and longer. So the longer you can get out, the easier and more stress-free your life can be. And I would tell you that you want to have your products at your door 30 days before you need them. There's always going to be a problem. There's going to be a delay. There's going to be something's held in customs. There's going to be shipping delays. Like something's happening all the time. So you definitely want to get them here sooner rather than later. A whole bunch of questions just went through. Press your luck. That's what I was playing yesterday, Kathy. Trello is free. It is completely free. I use the free version. I can have my team a part of the free version. So you don't have to worry about paying for something like that. Let's see. Typically, how long do you spend on sorting the Trello board? Easily you could get stuck in the web work time. The whole day is gone. So I think it's a matter of, like you saw me there, I put a whole list together in a matter of 30 minutes that we went through, and I was showing you step by step. So once you have those ideas, I pop them into Trello immediately because I don't want to forget them. I got a lot of stuff going on in my brain all day, every day. So if I'm looking and curating a box, I'm going to put all those ideas into Trello immediately so that I can go back and revisit it anytime I want, and I don't have to remember anything. And I don't have stuff laying around all my desk with notes on things that I can't find later because it's all there. So Trello is available on your phone. It's an app. So it's awesome because when you're not at your computer and you find something, or say I'm out shopping and I see something, I'll take a picture of it, pop it into my Trello board, and I'll tag Marissa and say, can we get this made? I love this. Or I'll put different ideas into my Trello board from my phone. So I like both of them. Why do I use a box checklist when packaging is the same in every box? I use that checklist to make sure the supplies are here. Are my boxes here? Have I ordered them? Do I have enough filler for the box? Are my inserts at the printer? Have we sent the design over? Like all the things you use for your box, you're just checking it off that is in stock, because the last thing you want to do is get to packing day and you're out of something. So it's just a checklist to remind yourself that you need to check on all of those things. So you get to keep this video for a long time, not forever. We have it set up that you will get these videos for a year. So after coaching week is over, you're going to get emailed all 4 of the videos that we're doing this week, and you can go back and replay them anytime you would like to. So Erin, this is one thing that I teach in the membership, and this is a difference between an open cart and a closed cart. And I've talked through it with a few people in the comments this week, but I know how many subscribers I'm going to have 6 months from now, because I have a closed cart and I have a cutoff. And so I'm not open all the time, and I build in spots as I want to. So this month we built in another 50 boxes. So I have that open right now. But once those 50 boxes are sold out, I will close my cart, which means no one can sign up. It will go to a wait list. And then if I have someone cancel, I will sell that spot in the wait list. So it's a longer training on what an open cart and a closed cart is, but that's how I know what I'm going to have for future months. And it's really helped me know what I'm going to buy for the rest of the year. Joy says, can I show how I do my t-shirt board? Yes. So I have the one thing of the month. Let me show you that Trello board real quick. Let me pull it up. Let's see here. Oops. I'm gonna pull it up before I share my screen. I'm always afraid of what I'm gonna do. Okay. Here we go. Share screen. This is my teacher subscription. And so I'm just showing you some of the past ones. I don't ruin any surprises. But what I do here, this would be my October I usually put my design in here. So maybe let me find one that have the design. Well, I'm not doing very good. I'm not showing you the things the way I want you to see them. Anyway, I usually put my design in here, but what I have is I have the shirt. This is my mock-up that I make. And then here's my design. I knew I wasn't losing it. So that's one card is my mock-up. One card are the counts. So this is how many that I've ordered for my teacher tee. And then one card is my design. So this is the design that I've created to go on the shirt. And then the other card is the added accessory. So that necklace is the accessory to go with that shirt. And so same thing here. This is my November shirt. These are the counts. This is how many I ordered. This is my file, my design. And then this is the accessory that I put with them. And so that's what I've got on my one thing of the month board. So you just organize it the way that you need to see it. So the question is, how do you build interest in boxes without revealing what's in there? So I do sneak peeks, and I do them to where you can't see. You can see enough to be excited about it, but you can't see it to know what it is. Let me show you some examples. Let me pull some up real quick. Sneak peeks, hang on. No, I was going to be so techie today. I've got some great sneak peek templates in the early bird bonus for joining Launch Your Box this week. I have a whole Canva template pack that that you will get immediately. Some of you have already been using them. I've seen them. Let me show you some of my sneak peeks. What I do is I take a super close-up version. Let's see if this does it. I take a super close-up version of what's going to be in the box. Let's see if you can see this. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Hang on just a second. Let me pull it actually up into the screen. Sorry. Okay. This is when I wish I had one person that just sat by me and did all the techie things while I was sitting here. And I didn't have to worry. Okay, so this is the April sneak peek. So I have all the items that are in the April box really close to each other. And I've taken pictures of parts of them. So you don't actually know what these items are. But if you like these colors and you can see that it's a really bright, fun leopard print, you're going to get excited about that. And that draws people in. That creates some excitement. That creates the buzz. It creates new signups when I need it. But you can do lots of different sneak peeks like this where it's really zoomed in on your items so that people can't tell what they are. Great question. I don't collect any payment for the next box until the month is. This is just part of doing business. So anytime you buy products, you've got to have some startup money to buy products. So whether you're starting a store, you're starting a subscription box, there has to be some kind of investment for products before you can get started. You can pre-sell them. And I know people that have, but you have to be really careful on the time between your pre-sale and the time between you ship it. So just be careful with that. Okay, let me see. Shanna says, how do you manage your wait list? So I just use an email opt-in and they sign up on a list, and that list is my wait list. And then I email the entire wait list when I have an opening, and whoever grabs those spots is in. It's not like I go one by one. That's too much to handle. I just email everybody and I say there are 10 spots open, and the first 10 people that sign up get them, and then it goes back to the wait list. Jennifer, when I first started, I wanted it to be a mystery box just like it is now. And so I didn't show them. I did it, I did a plain box with a logo on it, but I had an established customer base. So they were already buying things from me. And so it was, for me, it was like, if you like the things that are in my store, if you like the things that I already sell, you're going to like my subscription box. Now, if you are not selling things and you don't have customers buying from you already, you do have to kind of show them a little more than somebody that already has a business built. So you may have to show them a teaser. You may have to show them one of the items to build excitement for that. So you just have to base that on what you want to do. You want to start building buzz at least 30 days before you launch. And I would love for you to start 45 or 60 days. Okay. I'm going to answer a couple more questions and we're going to call it a day. Dana, thank you. I'm having a ton of fun and learning a lot because I have all but one of my included items for my first box. I love it. You guys are awesome. Let's see what Jan, to start but avoid huge overstock, do you suggest a number of boxes to start and sell until sold out? Also, what quantity do you most wholesale manufacturers require for purchase? So Jan, I have a little formula. This is part of the training in my membership of how you can figure out how many you should start with. It's based on your following. It's based on how many people you have on an email list. It's based on how many people have signed up for your wait list. So there's a lot of factors in that. And so we kind of created a formula on how to do that. Now, manufacturers and wholesalers, some don't require a lot. So a wholesaler could be 3 pieces, it could be 6 pieces, but what they will require is a minimum dollar amount. So sometimes to get an account with someone, you have to start with $100 minimum or a $200 minimum. You can buy some samples, but you probably have to start an account with an actual order. You may want to reach out to them and say, this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm not ready to buy hundreds of dollars worth yet, but could I buy some samples? A lot of people are willing to work with you if they have the product. When you start manufacturing, it could be, a lot of manufacturers, it's going to be upwards in the 500 pieces to 5,000 pieces. I was looking for something the other day and their minimum order was 5,000. And I was like, nope, I can't do that many. That's too many. So it just depends on what you're looking for. And different manufacturers, they require different things. You just have to do a lot of research. Okay. We're going to call it a day. But I want you to get your Trello boards completed. I'm going to do a Trello board post here in just a minute so that you guys can post your pictures on your post and on my post. And then on Thursday, I'm going to give one of you another 30-minute one-on-one with me. So that's coming up. Now I have a special interview tonight. So just like we did with Tracy yesterday, which I got tons of great feedback from my live with Tracy. So I appreciate that. I'm bringing you Molly tonight. So every day this week, you're going to meet someone, and I'm bringing them on to share a story because I think it will help you in a lot of different ways and it will inspire you. So tonight you're going to meet Molly. And if you've been listening to my podcast, Molly is, I believe, episode 7. So you're going to meet Molly tonight. And what I love about Molly, one, she's super fun. I call her my chips and queso partner. Like if she lived near me, we would go get chips and queso all the time. But Molly sat here in coaching week last time in October and didn't know what she wanted to do. She took the Post-it note challenge and planned all of her boxes for 6 months. She launched a Christmas box within weeks of taking the coaching week. She started her subscription in January and it has been growing every single month. So we're going to talk with her. You guys can ask her questions. We're going to laugh. It's going to be fun. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will send a text out tonight if you're in the text group. You can also get the Facebook reminder by going over to guide number 8 and clicking on Get Reminder. So come hang out with Molly and I tonight. And then I'll be in the after hours group as soon as I'm done with my interview with Molly. So get your Trello board homework done. And then what we're going to do on Thursday, we are going to open boxes from some of my members, and they're stacking up. They're over here on the floor. Let me show you. No judgments on my office, please. So they're right there. They're coming. Not all of them are here yet, but they are from every different industry. I haven't opened them. I open them live, give you real feedback. I've got a Black-owned business box. I've got a mug box. I have a kitchen box. I have I'm not sure what that one. I got the Snarky Girl box. That one should be fun. I have the Dental Brighter Life for Dentists. If you listen to podcast number 3, that's Anne's box. I've got a craft crate. I got all kinds of stuff. I think I have a spa box over there. So we're going to be opening those on Thursday right here in the group. So I'll see you tonight. You can come hang out with Molly and I. If you have questions, if you are stuck on anything, I don't want you to sit there and be idle. I want you to post in the group. My team is there. I am there. And my amazing members are there. So let's help you get unstuck. Okay? I'll see you guys tonight. Bye.